Defense has gone missing in Madden 26 since the September 17th patch. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the best defense that I found after the patch here in Madden 26. It has a crazy blitz, it gives you great ability to play coverage, so you're not going to want to miss this video. You want to take your defense to another level right now in Madden 26. This is the video for you, so stick around all the way to the end. Let's jump right in. Don't worry, we're right here in the dime 3-2 defense, and so that's what we're going to be basing this out of. This has always been any dime defense, always a fan of this, always feel like it gives you a great opportunity, versatile on defense. So before we jump into it, we're just going to talk about personnel. So if you're playing regs, obviously you want to have 8 DBs on the field. Like if you have a good linebacker, which the Packers really don't, I believe here. So I'd probably just replace these guys with safeties for the better change of direction here. You might have some trouble stopping the run in this defense, but that's why, don't worry, I'm going to be breaking down run defense later on in this video. Before we jump into it, the defensive settings, defensive motion response disabled. These option keys I don't really touch unless it's a mobile quarterback. Pass key conservative, and then we'll just put crow flats on 5 to start, and then I like my safety depth on close as always, as you guys know. But we're gonna come into cover 3 hard flat to start. This is my favorite blitz right now. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna user this left of screen linebacker, and I actually talked about this in a YouTube short, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Don't know why you wouldn't already be, but I post YouTube shorts every single day, so you guys get great tips in under 60 seconds. But I posted this exact blitz on YouTube shorts. So all we're going to do is we're going to put our user in a zone like this, any zone, it doesn't really matter, just so that you can switch stick. If you blitz your user, you're not going to be able to switch stick with the right stick. So make sure he's in a zone. I would blitz my inside linebacker right here, just like this. I would pass commit my defense. And as far as coverage, I'll talk about, I actually like this coverage because you have this top safety and a vert hook. This is a window that if I'm on offense and I see a cover 3 defense I'm trying to attack, although this just looks like a cover 2. So you're doing a great job of also disguising your coverage, but all you want to do is hover right here, right over this right guard, okay? So again, you're going to re-blitz your user, you're going to hover over this right guard. You need to open the defensive subs menu, just like this. You're going to press the D-pad up. Right, so you're going to open the subs menu, and then you're going to hold the right trigger and you're going to hold the right trigger, and then you're going to hold the left stick down like this. So basically what you're doing is you're just going to turbo rush this guard and get a really good engage. And so if I pick up my other controller here and try to snap this ball, so you're just going to see when I go to snap this ball right here, boom, like that blitz is so funny, bro. Like, to be like, I just love watching the quarterback get screamed at. I won't lie to you. So boom, you watch right here. The reason why this works is because you're engaging with the guard, and the center is not agile enough, he's not fast enough, and you just let this guy come in free. Keep in mind, this is 4 against 5, so they're blocking 1 extra guy, and we're still able to get home. Now, the thing that I would say with this blitz is it's hard to blitz after the patch. We know that. This blitz is good. It gets you a free rusher. But the one caveat is now you're taking your user essentially out of the play. So really what you need to do is practice with him. So really what I would try to do is once you get engaged with the offensive lineman, you can't switch stick anymore. So what I would really try to do is just get his attention here. So really just get him to go inside so we can let the guy come in free. It's not easy to do, right? So if we go ahead and take this snap for the offense, loop down, you can see it's a lot more challenging to do if you don't fully engage with him and get his attention. Like if you fully get his attention, fully engage, I mean, this blitz comes in very, very often because you're just going to stand right over him, hold this down, you're already pass committed, you're going to take it, and that time I actually engaged with the wrong guy, but we're still able to get a sack fumble, right? So just like I showed you earlier, and like I showed you in that YouTube short a couple days ago, it's really easy, right? As long as you know you're engaging with the right guard. You see what happens when you engage with the center. This is a good example. If you let the center engage with you, it's useless. You should just engage with the right guard every time, get his attention, and boom. And you're going to say, BLT, what if they block their running back? Well, if they block their running back, it's fine, okay? It's not really going to, it's going to change it a little bit. It's going to make it to where you're not going to be able to just walk in free a lot of the time if the running back blocks you properly. But what it does is it muddies up the pocket. So again, stand right over this right guard, open that D-pad menu, hold RT and the left stick down. They go to take this snap right here. I fully engage, and now boom. Two guys come in free, and I mean, ball's on the ground, we pick it up, fumble recovery, beautiful defense, right? And it really is that simple. You know, when someone blocks their running back, no one's expecting to get screamed at. Boom, engage with this guy. All right, in this next segment, I'm going to show you how to make it foolproof, right, as far as the coverage goes. Because if you can combine the blitz with the coverage, that's when you're really going to be scary on defense. So, again, all you're going to do is set up the same way. Blitz this inside linebacker, pass commit, and then you can blitz your user, honestly. Like I said earlier in the video, you shouldn't, but it really doesn't matter. I just have a habit of not blitzing my user. So, we're going to set up the same way. We're going to pass commit. We're going to stand right here. We're going to open that D-pad. We're going to hold RT and then hold the left stick down, right? So they're going to take the snap, I'm going to engage, and then I'm going to just start swish sticking, right? And I'm not going to swish stick with the right stick because you can't do that in this game after you engage with a blocker. Once you're engaged with a blocker, now you can't use the right stick to swish stick. You have to press the D-pad now, which is what I did. I got clicked on the Xavier McKinney right here, I believe. And then I tried to switch stick onto this outside corner. So really, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, but once you get engaged with that offensive lineman, then you need to press D-pad to get off of the offensive line. It's going to switch you into a coverage player. And then once you're on a coverage player, then you can flick the right stick again. So it just takes practice, and it even takes practice for me because I'm not used to using the D-pad to switch stick. I know some people on PlayStation do it. So we're gonna just practice it again right here. We're gonna stand right here over this guard. We're gonna open the menu, gonna take the snap, we're gonna engage, and then we're gonna switch stick. And that's kind of what you're trying to do right there. Now, you have to make sure you're not switch sticking too early, right? Because I mean, that's not what you want to do here. You want to engage with this guy, and boom. And I'm actually still getting caught on this center, and that's just my fault. And I mean, you've seen it a few times. When you engage with the right guard, it comes in every time. If you engage with the center, you allow the right guard, like he does right here, to block. But if we're just paying attention to the coverage here, all I do is, okay, I engage, I'm clicked onto this guy, boom, I engage with him. Now I switch onto the safety by pressing D-pad up. I'm not using the right stick. I'm using D-pad up to get switch stick onto the safety, and then I'm going to use the right stick to the left, and now I'm going to switch stick onto this hook curl and take away this crosshair Jared Judy. This is lockdown defense. This would be a textbook example of great defense, and you would probably get an interception on this play. I know if I was playing offense, I would probably see that guy's in a hook curl, and I might throw that. So, yeah, I mean, I just think that's how you make this defense foolproof. All you're going to do, again, a quick recap. I would probably even stand right here because, I mean, you really want to just try your best to get engaged with this right guard. So, again, blitz your linebacker, pass commit, open that sus menu, hold the right trigger, and then hold the left stick down. They're going to take the snap right here. We're going to engage, and then boom, although Micah has his X factor on, so he's going to get a quick shed. Really, really good coverage defense and a really good blitz, right? I will say this, there's not that many great coverage defenses right now in this game, and although on this play, honestly, the center did a good job of blocking our rusher. So not 100%, no blitz 100%, but really, I mean, if no one's open in the play, I mean, it really doesn't matter how long the blitz takes to get in. Boom, Micah. I mean, again, you have good defensive linemen, you can do this, but even if you don't, you have a regular team or a bad team in franchise mode, whatever it is. This is a really good blitz that's really going to help you online, and then you combine it with the switch stick to play great coverage. And not only did I tell you how to switch stick, I gave you the alternate method to switch stick so that you're not surprised when you can't use the right stick. You need to use a combination of the D-pad and then the right stick to get clicked on to those safeties and those DBs once you engage with your original user. And again, I hope I put it on the screen at the beginning of the video, but I'm in the Packers defensive playbook right now, running this. All the playbooks that have this are going to be on the screen right now, just in case I forgot, but hopefully I didn't. But yeah, I know the Chiefs have this defense. I'm pretty sure maybe 4-6 has it. So good defenses have this formation. But run defense, you can see you can kind of pinch your defensive line in this defense, but you still have 3 defensive linemen. So I mean, like, you can still pretty much run through gaps, especially if they don't have, like, if your user's at a position like it was on that play, that's when they can really start to run through gaps. Right, so if you pinch your defensive line, they snap the ball, I mean, you're here now, that's better, right? They still pick up 3 yards, which, the way I like to play run defense, I like to make sure they don't pick up any yards at all. So honestly, what I like to do is probably just stand again right here over this right guard, maybe about 4 or 5 yards off, so probably about right here. They're going to take this snap, and I'm just going to try to loop through, and boom, back to the line of scrimmage, no pickup. And when you're running a defense like this, people are going to be very, very tempted to run the football versus you. I would as well. And honestly, a lot of people don't know that gap shoots are really this easy. Someone might think that they have an opportunity to run the ball versus this look, even though you're standing right here. So boom, we go through it again. I loop through. That time I force him to cut back. He picks up 2 yards, right? So you have a lot of opportunities to stop the run in this defense. Also, there's a such thing as a backside gap shoot. You see how I'm looping around to shoot this gap? I'm looping around the line. I can just run through this gap in between 77 and 78. It's a little bit more high risk, high reward. It might even be better than what I just showed you, especially against this type of run. So boom, I'm going to go through it again, take some practice. You're going to see, okay, there we go. That's kind of what I'm talking about, where, I don't know, I've played this game for a long time. I have a lot of hours on, not necessarily the Madden 26, but previous Madden. So I kind of seen this before, know about this, but it's all about just feeling it. Right here, like the way I play run defense, honestly, is my eyes just follow the ball. If I see an opening in between these guards and these tackles because the guard wants to double team, I'm just gonna run through it. And honestly, it's just, I mean, I know Zan probably hates this and other people who love running the ball. This is disgusting what 78 does. He's trying to get to the second level instead of just blocking my user. But we take advantage of it, we run through the gap, and we dive tackle. That is the key. You see the difference between those last 2 plays is in the first play when I'm looping around, most of the time I'm going to just conservative tackle the ball carrier, right? I don't want to get tackle battled. I don't want to get stiff armed or trucked, so I'm just going to conservative tackle. When you shoot the gap from the backside, and that time I actually missed. Again, a little bit more high risk, high reward. You kind of just have to have the timing down. It takes practice. I practiced it a lot, and so that, I mean, I missed it again that time. And you can also see why I would recommend most of the time, even when I'm playing, I like the front side gap shoot. I just like to take it and then do that, which that time, again, I get blocked. So again, you have to practice this, and if you're struggling versus the run, pinch your defensive line. Like, there's no shame in it. I think this makes it harder to shoot gaps in the backfield, but it gives you probably like less of a chance to give up a big run. So it's like, you know, less risk, less reward, essentially. More conservative, you know, run defense, because, I mean, although that time they pick up some good yards. So again, I like to take the risk of shooting the gap with my user on every single play, because I believe, again, if I don't have 2 controllers, I'm able to shut these runs down in the backfield almost every single time, either using the front side gap shoot or using the just the backside gap shoot if you notice that the guards and the tackles are spreading. And you might say, BLT, what if they hop in a different run? I mean, a different run. They're going to run a stretch. I got a comment the other day, I'm struggling to stop stretch runs. Well, this is what I would do. I would change the play they were running to cover 4 palms. So now we're going to be running cover 4 palms. They're going to be under center. If you want to run this defense versus under center, you can certainly do that. I'd probably hop in more of a nickel defense, just so that we're not as light as we are. But I'd pinch my defensive line if they're in under center. I'm still going to stand right here, and when they go to take this snap, all I'm going to do, although, you know, the running back stopped right there. But it's the same thing. We're just trying to follow the ball. I think run defense really is simple. You're just trying to follow the ball while avoiding these offensive linemen. Right here, you see they don't really have anywhere to run, right? If they try to just run through that gap, one of my nose tackles just gonna shed and probably just arm tackle the guy, right? That's all it is. It's just following the ball with your user, stand about right here, they take it, and then boom. Again, they don't have anywhere to run because I'm gonna shut the front side of the play where the play's designed to go. That's always your goal. Force them to cut back if you can't shoot the gap with your user. So force them to cut back, which is what I would do right here, and then they just have nowhere to run. They're just gonna run to a brick wall, a sea of rushers, and they're gonna have nowhere to go. The key though with this is that we're in a cover 4 defense. The cover 4 defense changes everything. You can just see how much closer our whole team's basically in the box. They're all super close, and people just think, hey, they're in a dime defense. They're not matching personnel. That's not really how this game works because all of these guys are watching this run. We're all rallying to the ball pretty much, and we're maintaining good gap discipline as well, so no one's really overcommitting here. Again, force the running back to cut back. This guy's running in free. They don't want to run that way. My user's over here to shut down the front side of this play. So run defense, regardless of if they're running an inside zone, a Owen trap, an outside zone, whatever run they have, all you're trying to do is follow the ball carrier with your user, try to avoid those offensive linemen, force them to cut back, and good things are going to happen to you. If you're still struggling, I'd recommend pinching your defensive line or calling a cover 4 match-based play because those safeties are in better run fits. Everyone's looking at the ball, and you're able to shut it down way more often. All right, so that's going to do it for this dime 3-2 defensive ebook. Again, we're in the Packers defense. I know defense is challenging after the patch, but honestly, this defense gives you a great opportunity to play versatile coverage defense, get out for the quarterback in a hurry, and go back and watch that coverage defense tip where I'm talking about the need to use that D-pad to switch it. That makes your coverage way better. You're not switching on defense, in my opinion, you're not getting stops right now. So you got to be able to blitz the quarterback and play great coverage with the switch stick. So hopefully that helped you out. But if you want to see the best offense to pair with this lockdown defense in Madden 26, check out Henry's championship offensive scheme from the Lions playbook, which is going to be on the screen right here. It's a great video, and I recommend you check it out and start dominating on offense. It's been BLT, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.